The Malongo Foundation is running two parallel projects in Cuba. First, a cultural project with the Conservatory of the City of Santiago, and an agricultural project in the Yatares area with the Ministry of Agriculture. The agricultural project covers an area of 2,000 hectares. Cubans have been unable to use chemical products for years because of the American embargo. And for us, the aim of the project was precisely to show them that in fact they were world leaders. With an unspoiled area where we could implement organic farming techniques and show that we could get good crops. While production costs are much less, so the profit for the planter and the profit for the state is much better. The current aim is to form a strong partnership with the Cuban authorities, with the Ministry of Agriculture. As for the cultural project, it started with a very strong relationship between the curator of the city of Santiago and the Malongo Foundation. The French colonists of Haiti were expelled at the end of the 18th century, and they moved to the Cuban Oriente. They set up plantations of Arabica coffee in the mountains and constructed dams and aqueducts. There were systems driven by water wheels, very modern techniques, which genuinely shaped the territory with 171 ruins registered as World Heritage Sites. Only 2 or 3 of these fincas were left standing, one of which is called La Fraternidad, which the foundation was determined to retain as a living heritage. So we managed to reach an agreement to restore the finca. Complementary European Union funding enabled the setting up, in Santiago city center, of a coffee museum, a cafeteria, a roasting house, La Casa Drangue. Tourists and Cubans alike can share a moment around coffee. It's really been one of the great successes of this project. It's called Los Caminos del Café. In fact, it follows the old coffee roads which went from one finca to another. Coffee and the history of coffee in Cuba link the people of France and the people of Cuba very closely.